Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. All right. So, this is Mazi FX here again. I'm here to share my outlook for today. Today being the 18th of February, 2026. So, I've been observing gold price since last week. Right? I was actually expecting gold price to retrace deep, at least tap this order block here, because this is the 4 hours, right? This is the 4 hours. This is the 4 hours structure, and price came into this zone, did a retracement, then came back and reswept it because of this long wedge candle. Then after that, it created this candle that tapped into the other block. The candle is still a bit long for gold to just engulf like that, so I had to resweep again yesterday. Now after doing this resweep, it's still trying to work, engulf it, but it's closed. So I had to like scale down to 15 minutes, and I saw where it did the engulfing of 15-minute candle around this zone here. So I'm expecting price to do a pullback into this zone, then move, because it's only through this zone that I can get a nice RR. If I go from the 4 hours, I might end up getting just 1 to 1 something, and that's not cool for me. It invalidates my trade. So if it doesn't come back to tap me to tap me in, then I guess I'm no longer interested in this trade. All right, so let's move on to GBP USD. So looking at GBP USD, GBP USD is just a bit, I don't know what to say right now, but GBP USD is just acting funny. Is it acting funny? I don't even know the right word to use. But right now, price is in a state of confusion for me. Yeah, state of confusion for me, because if you look at this weekly external structure, uh, um, this is a zone where price is most likely going to drop, give a nice drop for, which he came into the zone, respected a drop, came back, drop, and now he's here. Got to that zone and still failed to close above it. Now gave a very nice reaction. Now we all know what this candlestick is for. This is a pin bar or a hammer, just like some will call it pin bar, some will call it hammer. This is a hammer, and it engulfed that hammer again, showing strength in dropping. So what will most likely happen is GBP USD might end up pulling all the way down to this point before we know its true intention, whether it's going down here, or maybe it's going to go up. So that is that, but this weekly structure is not yet completed. It's not yet completed, right? So going down to daily, going down to daily. So this is my last daily structure. This is my last daily structure. So it has created what we call an engineer liquidity. So I'm expecting it to come back and tap at least into the daily demand zone, order block, anyone you call it here, right? So when it taps, they will, from 1 hour, we know its intention, whether we're going higher or low. But for now, it's all sales for me. So it's all sales for me. So all sales for me. I've already I took this trade yesterday. I've completed this range. So for now, I am out. Okay, I am out for now. I am out for now until I see what price wants to do. Until I see price true intention. So going to US 30, US 30, US 32 has been misbehaving. So looking at the higher prices, we are still very bullish, very much bullish, very much bullish. So price came into this kind of order block here that is responsible for this breakout structure here, and it has been giving some nice reaction. And for those who trade CRT, we say, oh, this is a nice sweet CRT setup because it's forming on a key level, and you can see that swept the previous candle range, so it's supposed to deliver to this place. That's for CRT traders, that's their reason. But for me, I don't do CRT. So my own reason is to already drop into my demand zone. So I go to 1 hour to understand my daily. And looking at my daily, this is the low it's reacting from. Yeah. After it moved all the way to the upside, came back for a retap, moved again. Now it's inside this zone. This is where it is currently. And it did what is sweep of this point. It moved, and normally I would have taken a buy here yesterday, but I missed the buy. I was not available to take this buy. And what happened? It swept it. So it has taken liquidity and this is it. It has engulfed. So I'm expecting it to do a pullback into this zone, right? A pullback into this zone, then we deliver to this high. We create a new all-time high. All right. Or price can do it from this point here, but for now I'm expecting it to come deep so that I can get a nice RR on this trade. Okay, let's move over to BTC. All right. So I'm looking at BTC here. BTC swept this particular zone, gave a nice reaction, came back into that zone for a second tap. That's my criteria for break even, and now it's dropping. So looking at this, I think I might want to take this low before we take this low. Okay, so this is 4 hours price action. So understand it, I have to go down to 15 minutes. And looking at 15 minutes, we are having lovely price action here. Change of character, break of structure, another break of structure. And now price has come back into an internal liquidity point where it's supposed to sell from. But what happened is it did not create any place. It did not take liquidity from any point. So it came here and engineered the liquidity. Yellow, I took a sell here yesterday. It came and swept me. I was one of those that got off the engineered liquidity or got caught in the engineered liquidity. So it has reswept this high now currently. So it's going to drop or it made a move down. So I took my entry here. It's coming back again. This is like my criteria for break even. So I'm expecting it to come into this zone, then reject and start going down. Once it makes it makes 50% of this range now, this current range, I'm going to break even and see what BTC has to do. Whether it will drop to this side. If it doesn't drop to this down point, then it takes this high, then BTC is going up. So we'll just see what BTC. We'll just see BTC through intention. All right. Thanks for watching. Wish you all profitable.